Welcome to the cursed month of ProjectSMP. For over 2 years, Project had slowly but steadily kept itself alive. It was a server that never seemed to die. And with a loyal player base and good management, the server had made it through its highest of highs and lowest of lows. But despite all of this, Project's downfall would not come by a slow decline in activity. In my opinion, it was the opposite. I've asked a few former members what they thought caused this, and I've tracked it down to a few things. But before that, let's go back to where I think it all started. While I think that a secret organization on a Minecraft server could be a great idea, when taken as serious as I think that the members did here, it serves no other purpose than to divide the player base and leaving a bitter taste in everyone's mouth. Now, if you don't know what the Shadow Collective is, let me just run you through it. A player called Inferno creates a secret organization called the Shadow Collective. We spend a week pulling a counter-organization, the Rebellion, into a rabbit hole by planting spies among them and basically predicting their every move, no big deal. And while even myself was making videos on this like nothing, I think we all felt how players were genuinely paranoid and lied to.
The reason why the server was turned I've noticed. Don't act like they're trying to drag ProjectSMP alive anymore.
Now, I don't want to blame all of this on Inferno by saying that he was the downfall of the server, but it is evident that it was around this time where people were taking actions and words way too seriously. I can only assume that it must have been extremely mentally taxing of the Rebellion of basically having their every move being taunted before even made, spend long nights speculating just for it to turn out that 2 of your lead investigators are part of the opposition. And honestly, we intentionally played it that way, but this leads me to reason 2. For over 2 years, Keykrain had been a center stone on the server and kept the community together. And now, he was retiring from Minecraft forever. Who could ever replace Keykrain? Who could even try? But the show had to go on, and rumors quickly spread about a new potential owner, and on January 5th, Keykrain had made his final decision. Hey everyone! I got a few people who I think would be great as new server owners. As of right now, they got owner roles in private. If they work well, soon they will become official owners in the public server as well. Welcome to the new owners, 5532, Scyfish, and Sip. Keykrain had decided not only to pick one owner, but 3. A group, a council. 5532, the most technical player on the server who would easily handle any complications that the host may have. Scyfish, the second in command to Keykrain and had taken ownership positions in the past. And Sip, an old project judge, another veteran on the server. Maybe this transition wouldn't be so bad after all. Server crash. Introducing ProjectSMP Factions default skipping and portal slicing. Get rid of seasons. The server still crashed with absolutely normal operations. Solium has just cancelled our partnership due to ProjectSMP taking too many resources. I will try remigrating ASAP. It didn't start off great. The server seemingly kept crashing and we didn't know why. Not only did Project start having technical difficulties, but the new owners, primarily Sip, started implementing rules that the community just did not sign up for. It wasn't much, basically just, Sip took away from us the right to fight, the right to form teams in secrecy. According to sources, 5532 had been lagging servers so that they could transfer to another host, basically taking away all the power from Keykrain whatsoever. Now, I was mad from the moment they simply disabled Phantoms, so you can imagine the rage I felt when they disabled PvP. It isn't pretty. You may wonder why I included the Shadow Collective as a reason behind Project's downfall, if it would just be wrapped up to bad management in the end. Well, here's the thing. ProjectSMP didn't die by the hands of the Shadow Collective. It died by me. Put yourself in my shoes for a minute. You've just spent 2 weeks carefully avoiding capture by the rebellion. You've had to lie yourself out of every situation. You've had to be able to respond 24 hours a day. Every suspicion you had to come up with a counter-argument for, while still remaining useful for the organization. All of this during exam season. My brain was at 200% capacity, and I had never really got to slow down. Now, this is how I processed it. There was a problem. That problem was the owners. There was a solution. That solution was to get them banned while I still had the chance. There was a very small window between Keykrain completely giving up power, and between that window was where the ownership maybe, just maybe, were able to mess up enough so that I could bend the narrative to get them all banned. And there it came. A single message. From Sim. This message was all I had to play with, but it was enough. After some disagreements between Keykrain and Sip, I was able to stage a fake coup by the new ownership, and soon, the evidence was public. Keykrain had banned the new administration, and my personal interests that I forced upon everyone else were secured. Wait, am I the villain here?
So you run like this, like right now.
Yeah, I'm not just
So
like...
I'm just, if you sign this, we'll just like let you go, you know.
During the Shadow Wars, the Rebellion had tried to basically gas out the Shadow Collective members by self-destructive contracts. If you signed, you agreed on a ban if you ever associated yourself with the Shadow Collective, but if you didn't, you had basically already confirmed yourself as a member. At first, I was able to backdoor myself out of the initial contract, but after the Rebellion realized I had to rewrite my contract, and now was in a much more dangerous position. And after me and Inferno published our videos of the Shadow Collective, I knew that it was only a matter of time until I would get banned. So, what did I do about this? I banned the ownership, of course! Because saving the server wasn't my only reason to get the administration banned. It wasn't even my initial idea. Because you see, if my goals were to save the server, I only really had to ban Sip, 5532, and Cypher's didn't even like him. Now, I know this sounds bad, but it's not like I ended the server. Hi everyone. I've thought about it all night yesterday, and in the end I've decided to close ProjectSMP. It might reopen in the future, but at the moment, it will be closed. Son of a... That was it. 2 years just disappeared. Over 130 days worth of playtime across 2 seasons. And all of it gone overnight. Unceremoniously and abruptly. 5 months after the server ended and people had moved on. Technigoon tried reviving Project by creating an Origin server with the same concept, but not much happened there. So after 2 years of memories, 2 years of painstaking grinding, what was the lesson I learned from the server? Well, the Keykrain statue actually has a really nice ass.